Hello everyone, this is Extra Special K. I'm Annihilator here. We're doing some Gnomoria tutorials. Annihilator is new to the game and I'll be, as well as giving you a tutorial on the basis of the game, helping him through it. So, new
Yes.
game, obviously. Advanced setup, you can have a random name. I don't really bother with
One
being,
griffin.
being too pedantic about it. Uh,
You must call it
Whatever.
Gerald the Small.
Okay, don't bother with the
What
seed, but
kingdom size?
it's always good to have a huge kingdom size because you'll have a lot more resources lying around.
Okay. And difficulty?
Uh, just go from the left side down and then right side down. I like to have
Left
a...
side. So you want me to go to sudden death?
No. I always change the, it to quite a flat level
Oh, you want advanced?
with wide hills. Yes, I am on advanced.
Whoopsies.
Come
Oh, was that normal?
on. I also like it quite smooth. You can preview
So
what...
I need to make it
You can
smooth?
quickly preview what it'll look like. You can choose whatever you want, Matt.
Yes. Mine doesn't want it to be smooth. Mine wants it to be really bumpy. No matter what, how much I click smooth.
So my world will look something like this, and I actually
Oh,
want
so
it slightly
majestic.
more raised. Press escape.
Not to be pedantic or anything.
Put it a bit taller. Right, now difficulty. If you're starting off the game, it's quite difficult because it doesn't actually give you any inkling of what to do or anything like that. So I recommend going on easy when you're starting off. And one thing you do not want on the game, because they will really screw you up after the first year, is mants. They are horrible creatures.
Man.
Right, now if you want to even better start off, set enemy strength right to the bottom, but make it so that it'll increase enemy strength over time. So
How do I do
the
that?
game will start easy, but get more difficult as you progress. Metal depth, you want them shallow really. Easier you can get them, the better. Making them abundant. Right, we're ready to start this. I am going to, it does take a while to actually generate the world, so I will edit out this part and yeah, get you back in a bit. Alright then, welcome back. I've just got into my world and I've already set out a couple of designations. You start off with 9 gnomes and a few resources to get you started. As you can see, you got 64 food, 128 drink, and that'll go pretty quickly. Let's just say that. So what I've done here is I've gone into agriculture and I've pressed on forage. I'll give you an example over here. You need that for something like strawberries or cotton, which are very useful in the game, both for food, making wine, and the cotton for making clothes or bedding, stuff like that. You want apple trees as well. There should be a large area of them near you. I've already designated, so I'm not going to do that. You want to find somewhere where you can dig into. Now you don't have to build into a mountain, but it's a lot easier because building outside you need to basically build a scaffold, and with that it's really easy to get your gnomes stuck. It's just a lot easier to do it like that. Right, I should explain the level system to you. A lot of people don't actually explain the buttons to this, which got me. Your plus and minus buttons will go through the layers. You can see there's a lot of layers. It shows you in the top left where your depth is. It goes to about 100, the depth does, before you hit lava.
You're actually going to explain the buttons, or you're just going to tell them that?
I just said plus and minus.
I'm
Honestly,
not paying too much attention
you're
at the
not paying too
moment.
much attention at all. Now, it took me a very long time to figure this out, but the full stop and comma keys actually change your orientation of the game. I originally started off like that, but considering I'm digging into this mountain here, I want to be facing this way. Just makes it a lot easier. Right, now we're going to play the game. We're not going to put it on double speed yet, because I haven't really given them much to do. You want to start felling some trees. Good amount, but only a few, obviously. The rest, if you've got quite an abundance of them, you want to go into agriculture and press take clipping. which means you'll get a clipping from the tree, which you can replant, but the tree won't be destroyed and will regrow quite quickly. You end up making your own tree farms. It just keeps the beautiful world all beautiful still. I confused
Nice
myself.
descriptive skills there, you know.
Yeah, I confused myself for that sentence. Right, now, pretty important, you need to find coal. Because as soon as summer hits, monsters are going to start appearing.
And by monsters,
that's
anybody
bad.
who speaks English, he means monsters.
Don't
He
be
just cannot
pedantic.
he cannot pronounce the word monster to save his
Don't be
life.
pedantic. First thing you need to do
This is the
is
internet.
build out a quite basic, so I'm going to pause this while I'm doing this. You want distilleries quite close to the outside, which is where you're going to build your farm. All workshops are set out in a 3x3 grid. To do that, I always have 2. You want an area mined out for a stockpile, which will have the necessary stuff for the distillery. We're going to build a passage up through it so they can get to it, which I probably will make bigger eventually, but that's fine for now. I'll let them do that. Okay, go on normal. Right, now to dig stairs, go into terrain, dig stairs down. You can press R, normal rotate button, to change the direction your stairs are going to be in. Obviously, you're going to have them facing the wall, looks better. Okay, so then we're going to push the plus key, if it'll do it there, and we've now gone down a layer. The immediate thing we need to do is find stone and coal, because we need them. Now, I am going to pause it, just because I need to set up the designations for my farms. Right, so we're going to get rid of these trees here, because they're in the way, and that's quite annoying. Clay on the surface. I will show you how to get rid of that. So you want to go into terrain, and replace floor. If you've mined out some wall already, you will have dirt. So get replace floor, soil floor, dirt clump. And you click there, done. They'll do that themselves. Anyone with construction will do it, and every single gnome has construction. Okay, so farms. We're going to go back into agriculture here, and we're going to click on farm. You start off with seeds, but you can never have too many. Plus, it will increase your kingdom value, which is what makes more gnomes actually appear right in the game, as well as your grand hall, which I'll describe in a future episode. I always have 4x4 farms, keep them on a pretty high priority, put them on 3. Strawberry, let's put a wheat farm as well. Okay. Right, so we're going to go back to this. We're going to let them mine that out quickly. Oh, one more thing. You would have noticed you start off the game with yaks. Oh man, Gnomoria is playing them. With 2 yaks. Now, they will just wander off freely if you don't give them somewhere to go. So, in agriculture, next to farm, there is a pasture setting. You build the same size as a farm, really. It is a good idea to make them bigger eventually, because they breed quite fast. You select animal, and then yak. Now, the gnomes will take them over to the pasture on their own, and they'll just stay there and make milk. Which only has use for drinking at the moment. Really, I should put cheese in the game, but... Which reminds me, the developer of this is doing extremely well. He's actually working on it on his own, I do believe, or the last time I heard he was. And he's throwing updates out quite regularly. I've got to commend him on that. Right, we're going to build down until we get into stone. Because I set ores too shallow, it usually makes stone quite shallow as well. Oh, I'm on pause, aren't I? There we go.
Yeah. And I am miles behind.
Catch up then?
Can't.
I'll help you out a bit more.
Should do.
Stairs down. Stairs down. I wish in
I
games
don't
like
have the
these...
benefit of being able to pause like all the lucky viewers. I've literally only just managed to mine into the wall.
Sometimes stone is annoyingly far down. There's several types of stone. There's basalt, serpentine, marble, stuff like that. Granite. Just gonna keep going. Keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. I don't know how much footage I've done. Alright. Okay, we're gonna pause it again for now. I'm gonna go back up. If it'll let me. Oh, I know that that's hidden. You don't need to tell me that. Right. I've completely forgotten what I was going to do. Oh yeah. We're going to go into where we were going to put our distilleries. And you don't have to do this, but I hate the way it looks. And you'll have to remove all your workshops to get it looking good. So, go back into replace floor. And I'm going to select log. I'm going to build a birch floor in there and change the floor. We also, which I'm quite stupid for not doing straight away, build an area for our carpentry stuff. Get that mined out there. The crude workbench, which is the first workbench you will get, is a 2x3 rather than a 3x3. Then you have the carpenter, the sawmill, and the wood carver. The other three. Again, we're going to build a designation for a stockpile. Like that. I'm going to go back onto double speed. Let them do that. And again, going to get them to change the floor. So that's going to be the crude workbench, sawmill, carpenter, yeah, whatever. Just going to get them to do where the workshop's going to be, because it will take them quite a while when you start off to get it all done right away. Right, we're going to go back down to mining while we're doing that. Go there.
I am still here, by the way.
No, you're not. Don't lie.
Crap. This game is extremely difficult.
The only difficult thing about it, really... Oh, if it's stone. It's marble.
Is when you don't understand anything about it.
Yeah, it literally just throws you into the game without giving you any hints or anything. There are a couple
It's
of
not
guides
even a single player
Steam.
tutorial or anything.
There were a couple of guides on Steam. What I had to do is watch several YouTube videos about it. But if you've played a game called Dwarf's Fortress, which is what this game's based off, it's pretty much exactly the same but with better graphics, then you sort of get the gist of what you're doing. And I have struck no, that's tin. I've struck tin and sapphire.
Didn't you? What a shame.
Tin and sapphire. So we're going to actually make this room a slightly bigger. Go on double. Alright, while they're doing that, we're just going to go up and check. Start.